Hey everybody, Joe Joseph here for thedailysheeple.com, and this is your news shot. So let's go to activist posts, who, by the way, come to find out a couple of weeks ago, their YouTube channel just got up and destroyed, suspended. Now, this is a unblemished YouTube channel. So activist post under attack, yet another independent media outlet under attack, and it's something, folks, that we need to really be paying attention to. This is censorship at its finest, whether you call it Chinese censorship or whatever. It's censorship. It is eliminating dissenting opinions, dissenting views. And that's exactly what this country was, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the very first right that we have reminded us is the freedom of speech. And the ability to have those dissenting opinions voiced and redresses, and grievances heard, all this stuff. This is crazy that more and more people are just allowing this to happen. It says here, Miami's International Airport is signing on to biometric ID for travelers. Remember I said that this is the bridge between what we have now, these chips, right? They're getting everybody used to saying chip. Oh, I have the chip, right? It comes on your credit card. Now, these smart cards, if you will, have been around for a very long time, probably about 30 years. They were originally used in phones. And I'm not talking about cell phones. I'm talking like pay phones. Especially over in Europe and the UK, they were very heavy into these calling cards with the chips in them, and you plug them into a payphone and away you go. Well, it started there. It branched off into some more security applications, and now they're using it to secure your ID or your ATM card, or even now your passports have these in there. But they're moving away from this because these smart cards, of course, are vulnerable. You can flash them and burn new information on them. It's not impossible at all. And biometrics, of course, are things like your fingerprint, your retinal scan, your gait. Those are all basically unique to you. And now with AI, they're able to utilize your biometrics to identify you, even from blimps 20,000 feet in the air. Just by the way you walk, they can ID who you are. Think about that. Just by the amount of heat you give off, they can identify who you are. You see it all the time in drones. We see the drones flying over enemy territory, identifying the targets, and then out they go. I mean, this is technology that we have now that's being used. And again, this biometric ID function will bridge the gap to the brain-machine interface, which 5G will make possible. So as 5G is rolled out and we have an infrastructure now capable of handling the amount of data that is going to be needed for a brain-machine interface of billions of people, and now you've got a controlled population. Now you can do what Google's creating now, this first utopian environment, and you just put them in all these places. Matrix time, folks. Just go live in the Matrix. You don't have to worry about all of society's problems anymore. Just connect there. It's all good. The holodeck. Hey. It says over the past several months, Nicholas West writes that he's been covering the incremental arrival of biometric ID at U.S. airports as a clear acceleration in the trend. At the core of this increased push is U.S. Customs and Border Protection mandate, 15 years in the making, to integrate government databases for ID verification. And as we've seen with airlines such as JetBlue, private companies will be merged into the government system in order to speed up this biometric processing. DHS even recently laid out their clear plan for mandatory face scans for all travelers to foreign destinations, stating that really it's the only way for an individual to ensure he or she is not the subject to collection of biometric information when traveling internationally is to refrain from traveling. That's right. There's no opt-out. Just stay home. If you don't do it, guess what? Can't go anywhere. Right? So everybody's looking at this, oh, well, it's going to be a chip that's implanted into you. It's not going to have to happen that way. Nobody's going to be forced into having something implanted into their skin without them wanting to. You're going to have to accept it because these biometrics, who needs a chip if we have your biometric information? Now you just walk into the airport. Oh, hey, it's Joe Joseph. How you doing? You know, you're on the no-fly list. There's no need for a chip. Who needs that? Miami International Airport is the latest to adopt these biometric IDs. Now joining Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International. That's Delta's main hub. You've got Washington Dulles, George Bush International, Chicago's O'Hare, McCarran International, Hobby International, and JFK International. Passenger self-service covers deployments in the airline industry and explains how Customs is to implement these facial recognition programs. Quote, using the flight manifest, Customs builds a flight-specific photo gallery using photographs from the travel documents the passenger provides to the airlines. CBP then compares the live photo against the document photo in the gallery to ensure the passenger is the true bearer of the document. If the photo captured is at the boarding process is matched to a passport, the passenger, having been confirmed as a U.S. citizen, is automatically determined to be out of scope for biometric exit purposes and the photo discarded after a short period of time. Sounds totally innocent. See, this is why they've had these databases and they've been collecting all this information. Yes, it's to profit handsomely on your surfing habits and trying to market specific things to you, pushing propaganda your way where you might be weakest and need to be brought up to more so to encourage state worship, if you will. But also, it's to gather all of this information, DNA databases, all your biometric data, all of this so they can implement this system. That's what Real ID is all about. Real ID, of course, is being implemented in 2018. Finally, after all these delays, the federal government will finally have their Real ID system in place. And if these other states that are still holdouts don't come correct, why then your state citizens will have to provide a passport to fly domestically, as that state ID that's not Real ID compliant will not be acceptable. So, I mean, this is the asinine things that are going on here in the United States. But everybody goes to those country concerts, right? Oh, we're in the red, white, and blue land of the free, home of the brave. Just loving it, taking a bath in that cognitive dissonance. Oh, yeah, I love it so much, baby. Control. Red, white, and blue, baby. I bleed freedom. Do you really? I'm Joe Joseph. This was the DailySheeple.com's News Shot. Feel free to comment below and visit our website, thedailysheeple.com. Hashtag wake the flock up. Have a great day.